Hi, and welcome to the Economics Major. In this video, I am going to talk about our ePortfolio requirement and also help you to log on to TaskStream and to do your ePortfolio assignment that you have in each of your courses. So the ePortfolio assignment is something that you will do in the Econ 490, which is our capstone course. And I'm going to show you an example of an ePortfolio so you can have a better idea of what we're talking about. This is Adina's Econ portfolio that she created during her capstone course. And you can see that the home page is just a general information page. It has a nice picture of her and some general information on who she is. And the heart and soul of the ePortfolio is really this section right in here, these items from the student learning outcomes down. And essentially your goal here with the ePortfolio is to take stock in what you've learned as an econ major, and all of this stuff does that. You're going to take a look at our student learning outcomes, and the Department of Economics has identified 4 student learning outcomes that we expect all of our students to master by the time they graduate. The first, of course, is our mastery of the discipline, mastering our core micro and macroeconomic concepts and being able to apply them to the real world. We also have our problem-solving skills, being able to use your math and your statistics to analyze economic problems. And then, of course, our effective communication skills, both written communication and oral communication. And finally, preparation for the job market. So the student learning outcomes, this section of your portfolio is your reflection on how well you've mastered them. All of these other items are the artifacts that support your argument. So under written work, we have the various different papers, some descriptive research papers, some summary and analysis papers. Both of these types of papers are papers that we want our econ majors to be able to master. Of course, the descriptive research papers where you're actually doing some research and writing up an evidence-based paper. Summary and analysis is where you're looking at a news article or a case study or a journal article and you are analyzing it and better understanding it. Under presentations, this is for your oral communication, and generally we don't have videotapes of your presentations, so instead you upload your supporting documents, so your PowerPoint slides, your Prezi slides, etc. In here are research abstracts. This is where you write up a summary of research projects that you've worked on. Now it could be one of your descriptive research papers that you wrote for one of your classes. Alternatively, it could be a project that you worked on in some other capacity. In Adina's case, she took our Econ 470, which is our service learning course, and she did a research project for AEDC, and so that's what she wrote about here for her first research abstract. For her second one, she used a project she worked on in her intermediate business statistics course, and it was an analysis of Tomas jewelry. And so she wrote up an abstract based on that project. We also have our analytical work, and a lot of students upload midterms, case studies. It could be research projects. There's a number of different things that can fit into this category. And then finally, special projects, because our students do so many different things. We have some students who are instructors for the supplemental instruction courses. They're graders for various instructors. They might be research assistants. They might be working on the index. They might be doing an internship for an outside entity. Whatever it might be, if you have items that you want to highlight. Adina highlighted her work with the Econ Forum and also with our Facebook page. So basically, in the student learning outcomes section, you're reflecting on how well you've mastered these learning outcomes, and your evidence is all of the work that you put into these categories here. Well, where does that work come from? The vast majority of it is coming from your coursework, and that's why you want to keep everything that you do as an econ major. All of your assignments, all of your papers, all of your exams, all of those things you want to keep because you don't know what you're going to want to use for this ePortfolio. In addition, in each of your Econ classes, you will have an ePortfolio assignment where you upload one item from that course and you reflect on how well it helps you make progress towards mastering one or more of the student learning outcomes. And we'll see that in just a little bit. But it's all going to support this part of the portfolio. The second important part of the portfolio is articulating your skill set to a future employer. And that's what this section is about here. This is your career goals, your resume, and your cover letter. Here you list out your career goals, you write a cover letter and a resume. And all of these you will develop in the Econ 490 class. And essentially you'll be using the information that you got from this analysis in order to tell an employer about what skills you bring to their business, to their firm. So let's take a look at TaskStream and find out how you create an account, how you get in there to do your work for your course. So if you don't have a TaskStream account, the first thing you need to do is to create one. So you click on Create an Account and click the Create button, and then of course you're going to want to do option 2 because you don't need to pay for your TaskStream account. It is paid for by the college. However, you do need to know what level of subscription you need, which means you need to know when you'll be taking the capstone course. So for example, if you're currently a sophomore and you plan on graduating in 4 years, you will likely need a 3-year TaskStream account. 1 year for this year, which is your sophomore year. Then the second year is your junior year, and the third year is your senior year when you take the capstone. Now, if you don't know when you'll be taking the capstone course, or if you're uncertain, then you should meet with your advisor so that you can fill out a 4-year plan and get a good idea of when you'll be taking the capstone so you know what kind of subscription you need. Once you know that, then you contact the department chair and they will send and let them know that you need say a 2-year or a 3-year account or whatever it might be, and they will send you a set of instructions on how to sign up for TaskStream, and that will include the code right here. This particular code is for a 2-year account. All right, it's for a 2-year student account. So back into TaskStream, once you get your code, you plug this in here and click Continue, and that will allow you to set up a username and a password. And once you have that, you're able to log on to TaskStream. So we'll go ahead and do that. And when you first log in, you will see nothing right here. All right, you won't have any programs because in order to get these programs, you need to self-enroll in them. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So step 2 is to click on this Enter Code button, and the department chair will have also sent you this code. To get into the Econ program, our code is this right here, this 22FERA. All right, that's our code. And you plug that in here, and when you click Search, the Econ program will come up and you will enroll in it. So when you log on to TaskStream, now you will see this box right here. Later, when you get to the capstone, you will also enroll in the capstone portfolio DRF. But right now you don't need that DRF. You only need this one right here. So let's click on the Econ program. And when we go in here, the first thing we see, of course, are all of our student learning outcomes. And notice it also is telling you that in each of your classes you're going to need to upload an assignment and reflect on how well it helps you to make progress to meeting one or more of the student learning outcomes. So on this side, sorry about that, on this side you will want to find your course. Whatever course you're in, you want to find. So sometimes it's very obvious. So for example, it might have the semester, spring 14. Other times it'll have the instructor name. Here we have Eschger midterm exams. Other times you'll have to listen to your instructor to know what it is that you need to upload. So for our purposes here, I'm going to use Will Fisher's class for Econ 210. So I'm going to click on this, and the first thing I'm going to do is click on my directions. and this will tell me exactly what I need to do. So essentially the assignment I'm going to be uploading are the reviews for the first two midterms. These are the study guides for preparing for each of these two midterms. And I'm going to be reflecting on how well that helped me to meet student learning outcome number 1. So the first thing I can do is click on the general information. So click up here at general information, and that gives me detailed information on each of our 4 student learning outcomes. So we can see the first student learning outcome, it gives me a lot of details on what is expected in that first learning outcome. And we have these details for each of them, for the second and for the third and for our last one. All right. So it gives you all the information that you need. All right. After I upload my reviews, the next thing I need to do is write a short reflection, 4 to 5 sentences that demonstrate how preparing for these exams helped me to progress towards meeting student learning outcome number 1. All right. Okay, so let's do each of these things. First, I'm going to click Attachments, and I'm going to upload from my computer. And I can do this in 2 ways. I can go into Windows Explorer and I can find my documents, find what I'm looking for. In this case, I'm looking for Review 1 and Review 2, and I can just take them and drag them right here. All right. I can also click on Add Files, and that will bring up this document and allow me to bring both of these 2 in here. I can just click Open, or I can drag them, either way, all right, to get them in here. All right, then I click Upload and Close, and here they are. I click Save and Return, and that brings me back to the main page. This pop-up box is telling me or reminding me that I will need to submit my work if I want it to be reviewed. All right. Now I'm not quite ready to have it be reviewed because I haven't done my reflection yet. So I'm just going to click this box because I don't want to see this again, and I'm going to click OK. So the next thing I need to do is click on the text and image link, and that brings up a text box. And in this text box I can write my reflection. Now for right now I'm just going to write my reflection. But you would write a 4 to 5 sentence reflection. And now I'm done. I have uploaded my 2 reviews and I've done my reflection. Now I'm ready to click Submit Work. Now once I do that, Will get an email letting me know that I've uploaded these things, and then I'm ready to have him evaluate my work. And he can go in and give me a pass for it and give me any feedback that he wants to. Now one other thing I wanted to show you is that this last bullet point is encouraging you to upload all of your assignments from Econ 210. And the reason you want to do this is because, again, if everything is up here in TaskStream, then you don't need to re-upload it or find it later on. So uploading all of your materials can be very handy. If you have items that need to be scanned in, that's not a problem. You can just go to the Econ office. We have a scanner there, and Jan can help you out. So where do I put all these documents, besides the documents that I need for that assignment, any extra documents? I can put them in here under Additional Documents. So I click on Upload Additional Work here, and I am able to upload all sorts of things. I can make attachments, I can upload video, links, a slideshow, whatever I want to do. I can also put up a text and image box in order to make notes to myself about any of these artifacts. Now in this case, you are not going to want to submit. All right, there's nobody who will get this if you submit it. So this is just for you. You just want to just ignore that submit button basically, and just upload your additional work here, and it'll be ready for you when you get to the capstone class Econ 490. So that's about it. So this is our ePortfolio requirement, and I hope that this video has helped you to feel a little bit more comfortable with our program.